Bring your feet underneath hips, underneath shoulders. You might like to just let the arms hang loose. Give yourself a few moments just for your attention to come into the body. You might relax down through the shoulders. You might tuck your tailbone under just a little. When you tuck that tailbone, you'll feel glute muscles switch on. You'll feel adductor muscles switch on. But you might just like to notice that sense, body supporting itself. Muscles, when they're switched on, protect our joints, our knee joint, our ankle joints. You might like to just shake the arms out. Our practice today, we'll be working on our Tai Chi 8 forms, and we'll try and take it pretty slowly again today. We're going to do a little bit of balance work for our high kicks. High kicks can seem very intimidating, but we're going to try and bring it back to balance, to basics today. All right, let's start turning the palms, taking a breath, welcoming, allowing, lifting, and then sighing, sinking, letting go. Find the rhythm of your own breath, lifting when the breath comes, sighing out as the palms turn. Notice where your weight is underneath the feet. Notice where your attention is. All right, let's start by rolling our wrists. You might like to bring your elbows into it a little bit. Just let the elbows lead the movement. Let's roll the shoulders. And we'll bring our arms down by the side. We'll take a breath. When we sigh out, just roll down one side, opening the side body. Come back up tall, take a new breath, and try the other side. Let's do a few more each side. And we'll come up tall. Let's open our arms out wide. Big breath in, drawing shoulders in. And then sigh out, reach forward, curl the spine at the back. Inhale, lifting, opening, and reaching. One more time. This time we'll take out our arms out to the side, take a breath in. As we sigh out, roll the hip and shoulder back. Feel your lower body and your upper body moving together. Breathing in, growing tall, tuck the chin. Exhale, lean back, shift your weight onto one leg. Open the hip and open the shoulder. See if you can feel that sense of alignment of lower body and upper body. We're sinking into our glute. This is where we find the balance for our high kicks a little later on. And you feel all the weight shift to one side as you turn. Do one more each side. Come back up tall. We'll extend our arms, take a few small circles. Arms are probably feeling heavy. Just notice that feeling. And when you're ready, shake it out. Okay, we'll do a few warm-ups to get a little bit of hand-eye coordination going from one side of the body to the other, one side of the brain to the other. First one we'll do is stepping out. Reach down with your opposite hand towards your foot. You might not find the foot, you might just find the shin. We're going to take that arm high, up and over the body. When it reaches the highest point, step back, swing the arm behind. As you bring it back up again, we're going to step out with the opposite leg, reaching across, just like we did. And then lifting up, stepping back, rolling the arm behind. When it comes back up, step the foot out. Just mirror me if you like. And we'll keep this shape going. Stepping back when our arm is raised. Stepping out when our arm is raised. And you find a sense of effortlessness in shifting your weight. And you want to be confident in your empty step. Weight is all on the one leg. If you try and step before your arm is raised, you'll find your body kind of leaning down. You want to lift your head before you step back. And you might like to look for that strong sensation down the back of the leg. Weight is in the back of the body. And one more. And we'll bring our palms back together. Shake it out. One more warm up. We'll do taking both arms across the body. And we're going to take our arms over the head and then step the leg in the same direction behind the body. Eyes follow the fingers. Inhale, stepping back. Follow the fingers across. And we step out. You might like to just mirror me, and that can be a bit tricky online. Follow the fingers all the way across the body, following the twist in the spine. Notice the pattern of your breath. We're inhaling as we lift. And we're sighing out as we step. One more each side. And step back, sigh out. Might like to bring your hands to hips, just lift one heel and then the other, shifting our weight, pressing into the balls of the feet. Notice what's happening with your breath. And when you're ready, we'll come back down, shake it out, arms, legs, just let everything be as loose as you can. You might like to just bounce on the heels. And we'll come back to stillness. So today we're going to try to work a little bit on our heel kick. And key to the heel kick is to engage the glute, engage these muscles that are drawing inwards. This is where you find your stability and your balance from. So let's have a go. We'll see how we go. The key thing is not to worry about how high you're going to kick. We're not trying to do a balancing act. We're trying to find stability through just one leg. So we're going to turn our foot to 45 degrees on one side and then shift your weight into that foot. So we're looking for our empty step. So you might be able to lift this leg. You might be able to move it around and not fall over, maybe. Key thing is to find all four corners of the feet on the standing leg and just get a sense for sinking, deep rootedness. Now you might like to, as you just sink into your empty step, just reach behind and feel that big meaty muscle in your butt cheek or group of muscles. This is our glute muscles, biggest muscle in our body. And then let's shift our weight. We'll come to the other side, step our toes back to the front. We'll turn our other foot 45 degrees, sink into it. Again, you might like to just lift the heel, lift the whole foot up. Just notice how much your energy can sink down. How much is that glute muscle switched on? Just feel it. You can engage these muscles simply by taking your attention there. Notice what it feels like when they're switched on. My favorite way to engage core muscles is to blow through the lips. Feel that sense of muscle here working for you. Feel the sense of thighs drawing inwards. Very subtle, but listen to your own body. And then we'll come back to center. Toes come forward. All right, now I'm going to get you to do a heel kick with your toes pointing forward. Lift your knee and extend out. Just notice how solid you feel. Now turn your foot so it's 90 degrees. That's perpendicular to where the direction you're going. Lift your knee and kick out. And now do the 45 degrees. And I think you'll notice that this one is the one where we have the most stability. So not feet forward, not all the way out, about halfway. We shift our weight into it. So our knee is bent. When you're ready, we're going to slowly lift our knee up and just hold it there for a moment. Keep the foot flexed. And then we'll take the foot back down and we'll shift to the other side, 45-degree angle. Feel the glute muscles switch on, sink into it at the back. Make sure that standing leg is feeling really heavy. And then we're going to lift the opposite knee, hold it there for a moment, and then bring it back down. So once you find the range that you can lift your knee, that's it. You don't want to be trying to push further, because the more you push into it to lift, the more you will lean back and topple over. So just get a sense for exactly your range of motion. Might just be here, it might be here. Get a sense for where your body wants to go before you start tilting back, before you start counterbalancing. We want to keep our attention down. So if the knee only gets to here, that's okay. Just note wherever it gets to, and then come back down. We'll switch sides, turn the toes, lift the knee, sink into the glute, switch it on. Can you switch it on? How do we find that muscle? You might like to below, maybe. All right. And then we'll bring it back down. All right, let's see if we can have a go. So let's not worry about our arms for now. We might just take hands to hips, sink into the standing leg. See if you can find all 10 toes, the balls of your feet, the heel. You really want to have solid foundation. Our weight is all on this one side. We lift the knee and then we extend the foot. And then we take the knee back up and bring it back down. Let's try the same side again. So take a breath, sigh out. We're not holding our breath when we balance. Extend the leg, back down. Let's try the other side. Pose at 45 degrees, sink back into the leg, lift the knee. You might find one side is a lot easier than the other. That's okay, that's just our body's usual lopsidedness in action. We tend to fatigue some muscles way more than others. All right, let's try the pull with the hands as well. So with our hands, the way that it goes is we're going to be taking one hand out the same direction as our foot, and our eyes are going to be looking at that hand. And our other hand is going to press behind, a little higher, shoulder height. So we lift up, we look towards the front hand, we lift the knee and return. And then our hands are going to come back to our dantian level. We shift our weight, we lift up, and then we extend out, lift, and down. So notice how that knee isn't changing height. Eyes stay on the one hand. Have a play with it from side to side. Where is your attention? And we'll come back and shake it out. What day do we do imbalances? All right. So might work through our full Tai Chi 8 forms now. Let's bring our feet together. And just notice when you get to the standing balance, just notice what's happening in the nervous system. Am I holding my breath? Am I tensing my muscles? We really want everything to be flowing, everything to be internally moving. Take a big sigh. Feet together, palms by the gallbladder meridian side of the body. Take your attention underneath the feet. Shoulders are heavy, our chest is turned in a little, back, raising up. Our waist is sinking. Our knees are just a little bit bent. We're pressing down through the feet. When you feel ready, shift your weight into one leg. Draw the toes across. Drop the heel, shift the weight. We're going to allow our arms to come up with the next breath and then sink down. Turn the palms where we're pulsing the monkey. Now we brush knee and push. Shift weight to horse's mane. Now we find our cloudy hands. If you feel completely lost, just stay with the breath. Listen to the body. Moving away from all effort, all sense of trying. Now we float the knee and elbow up. And now we get to our high kick. Plant that foot. Cross the palms, extending out. Plant the foot. Cross the arms, raise the knee, extend out. Sinking down. Let's come up to hold the ball. We grasp the sparrow's tail. Follow the hand all the way across, lifting the toes, heels stay. And we lift up, returning to center, stepping the legs together, and we draw hand to palm, bowing to each other. All right, hope that went okay. All right, let's come back to our standing balance. So now you feel it in context. Let's break it down again a little bit. So toes at 45 degrees, press into the feet. We're going to feel our sense of glute engagement and thighs drawing towards each other as we lift our knee up. Now you might notice that your knee, you might try and lift really high, but just notice what that does to your balance. You want to be able to lift your knee just to the height that your standing leg can feel steady. Our palms are crossed and then we extend out. Where are your eyes focused on? Keep them on the fingers. Shifting our weight. Cross the arms, the knee comes up. Let's keep going side to side. Can you feel your thighs drawing towards each other? This is where you get your balance. This is where you get your power from. And it can feel like a bit of a strange sensation at the start. Come back to that glute muscle. Come back to that thigh muscle whenever you feel like you're losing balance. Let's do 2 more. Notice when you lose your focus, lose your sense of attention. And let's come back, bring our palms to the dance again. Just let your heart rate slow. We might do our 8 forms all together once again. It won't be a long practice today. Let's bring our palms by the side of the body, feet together, legs together. Sink down, tuck in your chin. Take a few breaths, a few grounding breaths. When you're ready, shift your weight onto one leg. Float the toes over and the heel. Shift weight, lifting. Sense of Wu Wei, effortless action, only comes at the point that you've done something many times. Often we're just stuck in our habits, doing the same thing again and again, even though it doesn't bring us joy. Notice the feeling of effortlessness that you might find from practice. Just let our arms be heavy, You might like to just roll the shoulders and waist behind. Let's roll forward. Just let our arms be heavy. You might like to sway them side to side. Big sigh out. When you're ready, press through the feet. Roll the spine up. And we'll roll the shoulders. Bring hands to the lumbar spine, leaning back. And then coming back up to stand. Let's bring our palms to heart center. You might like to just acknowledge your effort in practicing today. Very hot day. And of course, let's bow to each other, acknowledging shared energy of practice together.